Hi, Vanessa. How
Hi,
are you?
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, it seems like a long time since we last met.
I know.
Tell me something good.
Something good would be I'm getting a house.
What? I know we talked about that last time. You said you were about ready to move.
Yes.
You were suffering from some anxiety last time when we met, because you were staying with your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about that.
So, I mean, it's okay still living with my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to bite my tongue a little.
Okay.
She's not the easiest person to talk to. Like I said before, she's really judgmental, and she's got, she likes to play the victim role, so she goes and tells. Since we've spoken, she went and told the family a whole bunch of stuff. Well, her family told them a whole bunch of stuff, and so they were talking about, my husband and myself, that we're going to be the death of her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, how does that make you feel knowing someone that you're living with, your mother-in-law? Like, how does that make you feel knowing that when you're not around, she may be speaking to other family members?
I really, it doesn't, what bothers me is that she's doing that about her son. It doesn't really bother me for me, because I'm the type of person that it can just be like, whatever, you're irrelevant. But because it hurts my husband, that hurts me.
Okay.
And all he ever does is try to help her and do for her and his family, and it's never enough. So I think that's what bothers me about it.
So you feel hurt.
Yeah, I guess I feel hurt.
So what is it that you want?
I want to move out. We already talked about that. I know. I got to be patient.
Okay.
But and it's happening.
Okay. Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about the house.
Okay, so we already did a pre-qualification.
Okay.
We're doing our credit repair. We already paid for that.
Okay.
And we met with the builder, so all of it's going.
Oh, wow,
Like,
yes.
it's going. But I'm so impatient.
Okay.
It's just not going fast enough.
Okay. So were you able to use any of the resources I gave you last time?
Oh, yes. Actually,
Okay, very
I was.
good. Very good.
I really was.
Okay.
I did go to the credit repair person, the same people. So it worked out really well.
That's good.
And yeah, the only thing that's bothering me now is that we're not going to have a good relationship with my mother-in-law when we move out. And I can't say that my anxiety is worse, and I can't say it's the same. I feel like it's gotten better.
You feel like it's gotten better. And what makes you feel that it's gotten better?
Because I'm not I'm not feeling the need to, I guess, take extra medication, because I take my medication regularly, and then too I'm making sure I don't skip doses.
Okay.
But I have extra medication just in case.
Okay.
I have an anxiety attack or something,
Okay.
and I haven't felt the need to do that.
Okay.
I've been kind of at peace with myself. I do get sometimes where I get a little overwhelmed. I feel like that's natural, though.
Okay.
Like, I get overwhelmed and I just want to quit work. I want to quit. I just want to stay home. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do anything.
So are any of those things an option?
No. It's not an option.
Okay.
And it literally passes. Like, it happens. I'm in my mood. I'm going through it, and it literally passes.
Okay. Very good.
I feel like I just have like a burst of it, because I'm also the youngest of 5 children.
Okay.
And so, I'm a daddy's girl. I'm used to getting my way. I could be a little spoiled. So I know that about myself. So whenever I get overwhelmed or whenever I get frustrated and I'm like, screw it, screw the world, I stop and think like, Vanessa, calm down.
That's very
It's
good.
not that
That's very
serious.
good.
You're going to make it. You're going to live to see another day. So
At least you can acknowledge that, and you're
Yeah.
able to talk yourself through that. I know last time when we met, you did mention that you were seeing a therapist, and as I recall, one of your plans was to actually go speak with your therapist. Were you able to do that?
Yes, I was. I haven't. So I spoke to her. And we had a really good session. But I haven't been able to go back because I've been really busy. But at the same time, I don't feel like I need to. I know we're supposed to do it anyway. We're supposed to go anyway. But I feel like I'm in an okay spot.
I heard you say that you've been busy when it comes to your mental health, and speaking with a professional helper, your therapist. I hear that you say that you're busy. How do you feel about not taking that time out to go speak with her? Because it sounds like to me, when you go speak with her, you feel much better. And also, because you mentioned that you don't feel the need to take as much medication when you are feeling those anxiety attacks coming on. Do you think that speaking with your therapist helps with that, or are you saying that you're able to just do it on your own?
So I tried getting off of my medication before.
Okay.
And I can't remember if it was before or after we talked, but that didn't work.
Okay.
So my therapist said, the medication you take is not something you can just stop abruptly.
Yep.
And so I said, okay, you're right. I already knew that and I didn't think about that, but I will get back on it. So I got back on it. I had to go through the side effects all over again. But I think that it really helps me to see a therapist, and I don't think that I'm ready just yet to do it on my own.
Okay.
But I think I'm getting there.
Okay.
I think I'm making progress. If that
Very good. Very
if
good.
that says anything.
Yeah, very good. That sounds
So
good.
it'll actually be a whole year this month. I don't know what date. Maybe I should ask her. But it'll be a whole year this month since I've started seeing her.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
I don't know. It makes me feel good because I've
Okay.
always wanted to see a therapist, and I didn't. I mean, I know I started late, and everybody's always told me, you need to see somebody. You need to see somebody, just because I've gone through a lot in my life, and I never have. I was kind of shamed for, having mental health issues, so I didn't really want to acknowledge a lot of it. But as I started getting more and more closer to what I wanted to do as a profession, I started opening up more about it.
Okay.
And I started talking more about it. And since I've quit smoking,
Okay. Congratulations.
thanks. I like to use that a lot in my curriculum when I speak to kids about drug and alcohol prevention.
Oh, wow. So you speak to kids about drug and alcohol?
Drug,
Okay.
alcohol, and tobacco.
That sounds very
prevention.
fulfilling.
And I also teach life skills. It's super fulfilling. I love my job. It's like the easiest thing in the world. That's why
Okay.
when I say I want to quit, I'm just like, you don't want to quit.
You don't want to
love
quit.
your job. But yeah, so I like sharing with them that it's okay. And so, but to answer your question, no, I don't think I can do this on my own just yet.
Okay.
Just yet.
I'm happy that you can acknowledge that, because at the end of the day, nobody can force you but yourself. So we want to make sure that we're keeping you healthy, and if seeing your therapist on a regular is keeping you healthy, we want to make sure that we are staying to that. You sound good. I mean, from the last time we met, I know you were very anxious. There was a lot going on, even between the husband and you, and really trying to figure out this living situation. We talked about the kids and how this impacts them. So tell me, how are the kids doing?
They don't like being there.
Oh,
you know, my mother-in-law doesn't make them feel welcome all the time.
Okay.
And they see it. They're older. They're teenagers.
Yeah.
And even my younger daughter, actually, the other day, she was telling me, she was crying in the morning. And I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, I said, you need to eat breakfast before we go to school. And she said, no, I'm not going into the kitchen. I was like, why? I was like, you got to eat something before we leave. She said, no, because Grandma's always making fun of me.
Oh.
She's always making fun of my weight.
Oh.
She goes, so I'm not going to eat breakfast.
No.
And so I almost lost it. And I said, it's okay, baby. It's because your grandma's fat. That's why she makes
Try to
fun of you.
redirect it.
It was a terrible redirection, terrible. But I was so mad. I couldn't believe, and I didn't want her to see that I was mad. But I did tell her. I was like, look, you need to eat. We all need to eat. We're human beings.
Yes.
We have to have food in our stomach that gives us energy. I was like, so I'm going to bring your plate over here. And she said, okay. And so I brought her plate over there, and she was just really upset. So I called my husband, and I was like, look, if you don't tell your mother to stop, then it might get ugly. I'm just saying.
Does that cause any conflict between you and your husband?
It doesn't cause conflict because he knows his mom. But at the same time, he gets upset. And so I have to battle with myself, like, do I tell Paul? Because Paul's going to get pissy and he's going to go cuss his mom out because he ain't got no problems doing that. He says that's the only way she learns. But, you know, so a lot of the times I keep things to myself because I don't want him to blow up at her.
Okay. Have you, and you said Paul was his name? Have you and Paul sat down between the two of you to kind of plan out an exit? Because we're talking about your moving, and you said that probably won't make his mom happy. But just talking to her in general about the kids, about, you know, possibly moving and how that would look.
I let him do a lot of that because I know myself. And I know that I can say whatever I want, but my face will say a completely different thing. And I don't know how to change that.
Okay.
And so I've told him, you know, whenever we do need to have a talk with his mom, I'm like, hey, you need to tell your mom this, and that. You need to talk to her about this. Make sure she understands, or talk to her about whatever. And he'll do it because he can speak to his mother even if she's in a terrible mood and she's giving him all kinds of hell. He can still speak to her very nicely.
Okay.
And get her to listen to him.
Okay.
And God bless that man, because sometimes the way she talks to him and he just like doesn't even let it faze him. I'm like, no wonder he blows up at her. But he gets the job done the best way he can. And she's 60 years old, 65 years old. I mean,
yeah.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, I understand that. I know last time we met, we did talk about your husband having some apprehensions about y'all moving. Does he feel a little bit better since y'all met with some resources?
Yes, that he does. Yes, he was apprehensive. He didn't want to do it. He thought it was all a sham. He's like, we can't afford it. We can't do this. We can't do that. And I'm like, look, you have to put one foot in front of the other. We have to make a move. If we don't make any moves, then we don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Even if it's a small move like getting our credit fixed or talking to a realtor, you know, we still have to make that move forward. We can say we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but if we don't make the move, then we're not doing anything at all.
Okay.
So he was apprehensive. Now he's okay. He still stresses a little bit about, you know, finances and stuff. But, I mean, he'll be all right.
So how are y'all feeling financially? I know we discussed that as well, you know, with your finances. Purchasing a home is a big accomplishment, but it also comes with an expense. So how are y'all feeling about that?
Okay. So we were feeling great until today.
Okay.
When he went to the chiropractor and they were like, oh, hey, you're going to be crippled here in the next so-and-so years.
Okay.
So that really put a damper on his plans.
Okay.
He, we had big plans. He was, he's up for promotion. He's a truck driver and this and that.
Okay.
And he's going to have to stop driving eventually. Surgery, it really isn't an option because there's a possibility it can leave him paralyzed.
Okay.
Because where they need to operate is where all the nerves and stuff are. So
Okay.
I don't know. We still need to talk more about that, but as of right now, I mean, we're still going through with what we have planned.
Okay.
So he goes to the doctor again tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we're gonna just go from there.
Okay.
So take it day by day.
So did you stop? Because I'm listening to you. Did you stop and really process what was told to you today, just about his health in long term? How does that make you feel?
I don't know yet. Because he just told me when I walked in the door, and then I was like, okay, I gotta go.
Oh.
So I'll be back.
Okay.
And he was playing it up like, well, it is what it is, this, and that, which I already know him.
Okay.
He's just trying to not think about it.
Okay.
But I guess I don't know. We'll just
Okay.
talk about it later.
Okay. Well, it's definitely a discussion that you and him should have. So you want to make sure that you're supporting him as just as much as he supports you. And again, a house is a big accomplishment. So I congratulate you, on making that move, because last time we spoke, you were just like, I'm done. I have to be out of here. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so now you're in bright spirits. And like you said, you got to speak with the builder. So just being able to see the structure of something new, I know can be exciting.
I think it's making it more real.
Okay.
Because before you get to that point, you're like, it's never gonna happen. This is never gonna happen. It's kind of like when I started my degree. I was like, I'm never gonna get a degree ever. It's going to take me forever to do, and literally, it's around the corner. So I always put myself on the back burner for school, and then I just made a promise to myself that, when my kids were all in school, I was going to go to school. So I kept that promise, and I think what I need to do is just make another promise to myself. And I just don't know what that is just yet, because I can't make too many promises because I'll break them all. But a main one, I need to figure out what that is and just and get it done.
A wise person once told me not to count the days, but to make sure that the days count. So every day, go with purpose. You're working towards a degree. You're a good mommy. You're a good wife. You're a good friend. You said you are the baby of 5? Okay, so you're a good sister. You make all those days count. Everything that you do every day, you do it with purpose. And so one, like you say, would be self-care, making sure you're taking care of you. That's either your mental health. The fact that you were able to, I wouldn't necessarily say comfortable, but feel the need to be comfortable enough to come out and share. You're speaking with adolescents. That's a big job in itself. Sometimes adolescents, they don't want to hear anything that a grown person has to say.
Yeah.
But you get up with purpose every day and you go do that. I commend you for that, because that can be difficult.
Thank you.
I definitely commend you for doing that. I commend you for, sticking by your husband when your mother-in-law is driving you crazy. We all have someone in our lives.
I did tell him that I was definitely going to move out, and he can come with me or he can stay there. It's up to him. No.
And you would be devastated if he decided to stay there.
You're like, no, you're not. You're coming with me.
I know. But one last thing, I just thought about it. So you said you spoke with a builder today. Does this mean that you're building a home?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that is exciting. So that means you get to see it from the ground up. Now, how exciting is that?
It's gonna take too long.
It's gonna take too long.
It's like gonna take forever.
It is a process, but the thing about it is, it's an investment. It's an investment for you, your family, the children, something for you all to grow up in, see the children grow
You're
up
right.
in, you know.
You're so
And sometimes, what did we say? We have to be patient.
Yeah.
You have to be patient. So, when did they say that you will be able to start building?
Once they get the permits.
Okay.
They'll get the permits whenever I sign.
Okay.
So I have to.
So about what month and year are we talking?
I think they're gonna start. I think they would start building in December.
Okay. When do you graduate?
August 2020.
How long does it take to build a house?
Like 6 months or so.
Okay, sounds like a pretty good graduation present to me. Sounds like a good graduation present.
It does.
Okay.
I think it is going to be a great graduation present.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great, ma'am. I'm so glad you came back in to speak with me. One thing before you go. So I have this, I like to call it a mind map. So when you get a chance, I want you to take some time, and in the center here, I want you to put your goal, whatever that goal may be. Some people do education, some people do employment, some people do life skills. I mean, just whatever it is. Put that goal right there, and I want it in bold. Put it in bold. This is going to be something visual that you can look at every single day. Here, I want you just to draw out and map out what it is that's going to help you get to this goal. Remember, I spoke to you about purpose. So I just want you every day to make a small goal for yourself that's going to get you to this big goal. That's how you march with your purpose. So what it is that you need to do. So I know we mentioned about getting a house. So what all do you need to do in order to make sure that you get to that goal?
So you know what I'm going to do? Because so my job was giving away passion planners.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Passion Planner?
Elaborate.
So, it's a brand of a planner.
Okay.
They're like $35 starting out.
Okay.
But they have, not only is it just a planner, but they have this mind mapping stuff in it.
It's universal. It is universal.
They have it integrated into your monthly planning. They also have inspirational quotes on each month. They have what your goals are. Like, they have a section for your goals. They have a section for your to-do list and stuff that your habits you're trying to break or make. And so, and it's called a passion
planner.
Yeah, passion planner.
Very
and
good.
so they gave them at work, but you know, I was on my high horse, and so I gave it to my husband. I was like, here, this is a $35 planner. You can have it if you use it. But if you're not going to use it, I'm going to sell it. And he's like, no, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. So he's like, oh, I love this planner, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, I was like, well, I don't have a planner. I don't have a passion planner.
You have a passion planner.
And now that you're saying this, maybe I should go and get me a passion planner.
Yeah. If you say it's a good tool, I like this mind map because just from personal experience, I've used this and it's really helped me get to a goal that I have. That when you think about it in your head, it's like, I could never get to this goal. Like, there's no way. But once you write it out and really map out all the obstacles that may or may not come up and how you can get over them, that goal is easy peasy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Sounds good? So, again, I want to thank you for coming in and seeing me today. You have brightened my day. I know you probably don't think so, but you have definitely brightened my day.
Well,
I love
you did me as
listening
well.
to you. So, if you like, we can schedule for maybe another 2 weeks, or you can today, or you can give me a call and we can schedule something later. It's totally up to you, but I think you're doing awesome.
Thank you. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think if anything, you know, if I need to speak again, I can call you.
Yes, definitely. You have my number.
But I want to try to do some things on my own,
Okay.
just to see,
Very good.
if I can.
I understand that, but you know that you always have support.
Right.
You can like you say, you can always call me or email me anytime, and we can definitely set something up. But
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds
and
good.
enjoy the